Hey everybody, it's Maria. Thank you for coming to my channel. And I have something a little different today. You know, normally I'm either playing an instrument or maybe opening up an instrument and demonstrating. But this is something a little different. And I'll tell you how it came to be. I was watching my friend Kale, Pornis Studios it's called. His channel has a lot of different musical endeavors like mine. And he does things which are really cool, which is building instruments and, you know, changing things and modifications. That's stuff I'd love to do, but I don't really have the skills or the wherewithal to do it right now. But it's always interesting to me. So he is in the process of building a banjo from scratch, a 5-string. So I think that's so cool. So I've been watching the progression, and today was day 2, and he took the plain piece of wood, and all he did was use, I think, Danish oil, and this like bland, dull piece of wood, literally it was like the heavens parted, and it's just gorgeous. So you have to check it out. I'll try to leave the link up there somewhere. So that gave me the idea of doing something with this little kalimba that I have. My late father loved woodworking, and he had all those different kinds of oils and stuff, but he passed away 2 years ago this month. And I miss him so much, him and my mom. But he was great at fixing anything, making anything. And you might have even seen some of the things that he made for me, because he's made flute holders and things for my volkas and stuff. Anyway, one time I had a little ukulele with some scratches, and he told me, get some olive oil, Ray. And we put some olive oil on it, and it took away the scratches. It was like a miracle. Now, since then, people have told me that I really shouldn't use olive oil because there may be a smell. I mean, it never happened on that, it wasn't a ukulele, pardon me. It was a dulcimer. It never happened on that dulcimer, but maybe I just got lucky because it was only a small section. So this being a bigger product, a bigger instrument, I don't want to ruin it and have it smell, and then I won't play it. So this is a kalimba that I got from Kalimba Magic. Mark Holdaway is the owner of this wonderful enterprise of kalimbas, I guess you can call. And he does lots and lots of tutorials and write-ups and blogs and sells all these crazy, wonderful kalimbas. And this one is the one I played for my dog Bailey, who passed away last month. And while she was in my arms in her final week, I was playing this because it has such deep tones. I'll just let you hear a little. It's, you know, obviously not going to transfer as well with just the iPhone speaker, but you can kind of get an idea. So it's got a really mellow tone because they're so thick, the tines, and deep. So I love this kalimba. It's called actually an Afroharp, and it is made in South Africa. It's a Hugh Tracy. He's the first person who started bringing these kalimbas that were from Zimbabwe and all different places to the forefront of culture, and so they can be used in the Western world and in the United States and everywhere, actually, not just, you know, where he found them when he was studying over there. So we have him to thank, I think, for bringing the kalimba to, you know, to us to be able to enjoy. So there's so many different crazy, beautiful kalimbas that, oh gosh, there's one called, I think, a karimba? Not a karimba. I forget. It's just got this unusual look to it that one day I hope to get from Africa. But this one is called the Afroharp. And I love the grain. It's very pretty. And the more I touch it, actually, the oils in my skin have made it come out a little more. But it just seems really dull. I'm going to bring it a little closer for you to see it. I don't know if you could see. You know, it probably was just sitting around a while, you know, and because I don't think these are, cancel. No. I don't think these are, you know, sold as often as the regular kalimbas in the key of G or C major, you know, that you might buy. So yeah, I think it's also acoustic electric, which is going to be kind of cool to plug it in and see what I can come up with. So the back is a little better. I think it's just from me holding it, honestly. So I would like to try this. I'm a little nervous. I don't have Danish oil, but I have lemon oil, which is I've used on my guitars. So I'm gonna give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? I don't know what the worst that can happen is. Maybe I should try the back. Maybe I'll do that, you know, just in case. So I have a little old t-shirt. This is the lemon oil I have. And I know a lot goes a long way from using this on my instrument. It's a fretboard oil, actually. So it might actually be a good idea because the fretboards get really dry sometimes. Okay. Let's see what happens. I don't know if you could see it. It's already starting to look nicer. I can't imagine what the front's going to look like. So let me just do the back. Maybe I'll speed this up. It smells good too. Olive oil might just make me hungry, you know. I'm Italian. So I'm just gonna stop there for now. Okay, you can see the difference in the front to the back. Front, back. And I'm gonna take my old clean t-shirt. My dad always did use that. When my mother would rip the t-shirts off his back when they got too nasty, she would literally take a little bowl and she would just rip it right off. Then he couldn't use it anymore. Then he had rags. She used to use them for dusting. I miss them both. Okay. So, wow. I should have taken a picture. Maybe I did take a picture of the back when I sent it to Kale. Okay, look at that. I think this was a good idea. You see where the sticker is up there? I think that the glue stayed on there, but look at that. That's like dull. Let me put this light on here. Wrong switch. I don't know if you could see it. Actually, I think without this overhead light, you could see it better because you could see the dullness. It's a true light. The other one is a yellow light, so it kind of changed the look of it. Look at that. Maybe I'll bring you over to the window. We'll go say hi to Beethoven. My husband hates that, but it was my mother gave it to my dad. So I wanted it when he passed. There's the part I just did, and it may need a couple of coats, Kale was saying, but I can already see the grain so much more. So take a look at all this because I'm going to do the front too. Okay, let me put this back over here so you can see me in the video, and I'm going to do the front now. I'm going to have to be careful. I mean, probably the way I should do it is take everything off, but I don't want to take these tines off. So I'll probably, do more after I shut the video and just kind of use the rag to get underneath because I really don't want to take the tines off. Oh man, you could feel how dry this is, and already, like, I'm happy I saw Kale's video. Look at the difference. Of course, I have a massive amount on this, but look at that. One day I would love to make someone, actually, I never answered him. I have to answer Steve Girardi, I think is his name. He also makes, I think, cigar box guitars and stuff. He's got a nice channel too, Steve Strings. And he asked me and I never got to answer. Sometimes I get notifications that people have asked me a question on YouTube and I want to answer, and just, this is a good, just so you guys know this, and it doesn't show up, so I can't answer. It just shows it in my email. And I could read part of it sometimes, and not all of it, and I can't answer it. So I don't know why YouTube will let some really nasty comments go, but that's obviously spam or porn or whatever, but they don't let a nice comment or a question. So he asked me if I ever built an instrument. I never did, but I have thought about it. Because my dad used to love woodworking, as I said, and I kind of had an interest, but honestly, being a female in the 70s growing up, girls didn't do that. I had to take home ec in high school. I would have rather take shop. It's the truth. Now it's different, which is awesome. Look at this. This is great. sometimes, you know, you just can't be afraid. I was thinking about it, like, I love this Kalimba, but I just felt it looks so dull, you know, and I just, well, first of all, I like shiny things. I mean, I don't mind opaque and all that, but as a general rule of thumb, I told you my husband calls me a ferret because I love shiny things. So, yeah, I gotta make sure I don't get it, you know, on the electronics or anything. This is fun. It's like painting. I like to paint. I don't even mind painting walls. Some people hate it. I think it's therapeutic. My father loved shellac. Oh my Lord, I love the smell of that. When I was a kid, I know that's bad, but I used to love it when I come home from school and I was like, oh, he's shellacking something. And if I smell it now, instantly makes me think of my dad, and I actually get like a tear in my eye. But I have so many photographs and so many things he's made me, which just makes me happy. Well, I'll definitely do this again, but wow, I can see the grain so much more, and it has like a little sheen to it now instead of, you know, dry wood's no good either, you know, to be honest, it can crack. So it's probably a healthy idea to do something like this every once in a while. I mean, it's never, unless I shellacked it, it's never gonna be shiny, but as long as it's not dry and you can see the grain, I think I'll be happy. Okay, so there you have it. Don't be afraid to use some lemon oil on your wooden kalimbas or instruments. If you do something and you don't like it, don't blame me though. Try it like on a small section in the back like I did. All right, everybody, I'm gonna probably do another coat. Maybe then I'll show a picture or something at the end of the video. God bless. If you could subscribe to my channel, hit the like notification, the like button, and if you want to have notifications for when I do new videos, it would be really great. So thank you so much and be well.